Something tells me this is going to be a lengthy episode.
Well, not quite as lengthy as the last episode, but all the same.
Just give me a second, James. I think I have it here somewhere. Here it is.
The funny face.
I like how I am literally the reason why this emoji exists.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are indeed playing as a funny face for this next part of Donkey Kong 64. Meet Lanky Kong, the outlier of his Manky Kong kind, and honestly one of the more cuddly of them, if that makes any sense.
Honestly,
Manky Kong is usually
whenever
a
he
meanie.
jumps,
Go ahead.
all I can hear is hoopla! Hoopla!
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Icky too.
Actually, because of the way he does his arms when he's jumping, I imagine that bit from Jungle Book, you know, where he's like.
I could
sort of
see that.
it. But yeah, no, I will definitely say, whenever I play as Lanky Kong, I do sort of like to be that idiot that likes to hop around, especially when he goes all hoopla, hoopla.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So much like last time where we were doing some catch-up with Tiny Kong, this part we're doing catch-up with Lanky Kong, and Cranky's just looking at him like, boy, who the hell are you?
right away, we're going to be getting a lot of his power-ups and his weapon, which for him is a blow dart gun, except he uses grapes.
Mm-hmm.
And
another move, which is basically the talent trot.
Yeah.
You know, I will definitely say, because again, I am going for 100% completion, and I did unlock that secret ending. A part of me wishes one of the animations done in that secret ending is that Lanky prepares his grape shooter, accidentally inhales as opposed to exhales.
And swallows the grape.
Honestly, that kind of reminds me of, I love... Who here has seen Get Smart? The movie?
Are you talking about the movie or the original show?
The movie.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
The movie is actually pretty good in my opinion. I love the original show, but the movie is really funny as well.
Alright.
But one of the things I love about the movie is there's a scene where he has this blow dart, and they build up this blow dart earlier, and it looks like he's about to blow. It goes like.
Oh no!
He chokes on the blow dart.
Ow.
Yeesh. I mean, I think I saw. I forget where it was. It may have been a freaking. Honestly, it may have been a Happy Tree Friends skit or something else, but I do remember one where somebody had a blow dart gun, went to and inhaled it, and you actually saw the animation of the blow dart actually going out the other way and hitting him in the back of the neck instead.
Well, that's one way to put it. That's one way to put a dumbass to sleep.
Pretty much. So
I
we'll
love
grab
how
this.
his running animation is. Oh god damn it!
What's wrong?
Just the whole worm thing.
Well, when you got arms that long, you might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I love how his running animation is just him running on his arms.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that's on
it.
Oh yeah. That's his cool special talent trot move.
Oh, the Iran stand. Yeah, that's a special that allows it. It's basically this game's talent trot with half the speed.
Right.
Look at him. His silly walks. But and I guess we didn't even mention Lanky Kong here likes to enjoy himself some nice mint bananas.
I mean, I was just figuring they were candy bananas, but I guess that is very much close enough.
Well, I guess mints can be a derivative of candy.
I think they're like those gummies you got as goodies and stuff like that.
Welcome to bonus day.
I could see that. But yeah, as far as Lanky Kong is concerned, he's honestly very much similar to DK in that he's pretty much one of the more balanced Kongs. But with the right setup, he can end up being literally the Donkey Kong equivalent to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Got it. They're the shark gummies you'd always get.
Shark gummies?
Don't you remember the blue shark gummies everybody always got?
I remember killer whale and dolphin gummies. I don't remember the shark ones.
They might have been dolphins.
They were blue on top with a little white surface.
Oh, you mean the Swedish fish?
Kind of. It was by the same company. It was, I think, by the same company. But yeah, it was they had a gel blue top and a white crested underbelly or whatever, and it was vanilla with gummy flavor. I remember something like that.
Ooh. I mean, that's news to me. But yeah, Lanky.
I'll find a picture.
All right.
Alrighty. But yeah, Lanky's backtracking through Jungle Tapes is actually not that long at all, considering he doesn't have that much to do here.
I think they definitely understood that with these earlier. Oh, Jesus, man!
Don't worry, this one's not a stealth mission. This is actually a case where we gotta literally go on a freaky crumbling genocide and then make it to the goal.
Woohoo! Hotline Miami. Let's go.
They're called gummy blue sharks. Fuck you.
Okay.
They are sharks.
I mean, I never doubted that they were sharks. I never said, dude, man, you're thinking of the hamster gummies this whole time. No, I just knew the ones I was familiar with were the killer whale and the dolphin ones. But yeah, Moses said, yeah, with the early levels, like they knew that you'd have to come back here for some, backtracking. So I appreciate that they try to for the future Kongs, Tiny, Lanky, and Chunky, they attempted to reduce the tedium.
Also, on an unrelated note, this song sounds like it belongs to Diddy Kong Racing.
It does.
Yeah.
But this is done by Grant Kirkhope, though, right?
Yes.
I posted the picture.
I will admit, I've sort of debated if we should try doing like a co-op adventure playthrough of that game.
That would be chaos.
You know what?
Of Diddy Kong Racing?
Maybe I was thinking of those kind of... I know they sold a different one where like the dorsal fin was more
Oh, by the
pronounced,
way,
but-
remember that gate we had to open up with Diddy? You need
Yeah.
Lanky in order to actually access it.
Oh, and then we can also do our super move.
Yeah, Lanky is probably the sickest of breakdancing superstars.
Look at him go. I wonder, do we ever get like an explanation for how the Kongs came to meet him and how he's not as mean as the other Menki Kongs?
He's just here. That's really all you need to know.
Okay.
Like, I guess one day they just found this random bum asking for change, and they're all like, "Hey, why don't you join our band?" And I'm like, "Okay." No more like, "Blah blah."
And he just said, blah, blah, and they're like, I think that means yes.
Hey, quick, write it down.
We'll just kind of. I like to imagine.
You're speaking a lot of hoopla.
I just love the concept of like Lanky Kong just being like the Kong that nobody can understand, and they just kind of go with it.
Which is honestly funny, considering like the one or two times you actually hear Lanky talk, he actually doesn't sound as much of an idiot as some of the other Kong members.
He actually speaks very fluent Latin.
I'll buy that.
So the other thing I guess I was gonna ask, I forgot. It's been a little while. Well, I'm only at part 7. Is there a? Is there like something
There
that
you
we
go.
need banana medals for, or is that something we need to give to Cranky Kong?
As Cranky mentioned earlier on in the game, if you can find 15 banana medals, you'll be able to unlock his special surprise, which
That
again
was it.
is required to beat the game.
Right, that's
But-
right. Thank you. I knew
By
that
the way,
was something.
I posted a picture of the gummies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
them.
saw those. I've seen those
And yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Also, can
I
I
remember
just
those.
say that can I just say that I'm honestly a fan of the stances that each Kong has, where it looks like they're just displaying the most swagger you could see from a Nintendo character.
I think we've brought it up before, but again, these Kongs act as though they're part of their own freaking band.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that was going to be a plot point, like go all freaking Josie and the Pussycats on everyone.
Actually, you say Josie and the Pussycats? I would say like the very early stages of Sonic 1, where Sonic did have his own band, where Vector was on the keyboards.
Honestly,
true.
here's the thing. As long as that Josie and the Pussycats
Whoa.
isn't the one from Riverdale, I'm good.
Oh,
Ha.
that's right, they did. That is technically an Archie product.
By the way, it's not the problem of her. I really like the Josie in that show. It's a problem that Riverdale is fucking weird.
Yes, it is. It's basically it's kind of amusing that like we've been seeing like this very experimental era of Archie where they just decide, let's just do whatever we want with this guy.
Honestly,
long
to be
as it-
fair, ever since the 80s, they've been doing that.
Well, it seems a lot more jarring nowadays, like with Riverdale and Chilling Adventures. No, not Chilling Adventures, Afterlife.
Yeah,
long-
Chilling Adventures actually does make sense in the context of they wanted to make it more like actual witches and one thing. But another reason of that, Chilling Adventures is based off of a comic series. It's completely different from the comic, but
Right. And then what were you saying, James?
I mean, considering the fact that back in the day, the Archie series was literally just the textbook definition of Wonder Bread. They had to really, they did them some justice branching out.
Yep.
I know, but it's just like, I guess it's just a matter of just how like starkly different it is, like compared to what's usually associated with it. Maybe kind of like, it's like the Archie equivalent of Scooby Apocalypse.
A buzzard.
I mean, that exists, but...
By the way, remember when Archie got to do a comic with the Punisher?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I remember them
Yeah,
days.
no, literally, I was thinking of that, and he's also done it with what else? He's done it with Predator.
Wasn't there a zombie arc?
Yeah, that was
think so.
Afterlife.
You know what?
Oh,
Archie
okay.
crossovers. I'm going to look at what.
Actually, no. Since I
Look at
mentioned
that buzzer
Scooby-Doo,
go.
that's actually
Oh,
something that Danny
they
brought
did
up. I was about to say, since
What?
we're just...
Wait, hold on, Matt. Is that thing getting smaller?
Yes,
Yeah,
every time you hit it, it gets smaller until it literally just
Oh, there it
eats
is.
out of existence. Like so.
This is so weird. How does this...
There you
Well,
go.
Jesus.
All right. So time to
There he
say,
goes.
time to tell you guys the weirdest crossovers as according to CBR. I don't really like CBR, but I'll read this still. They
ahead.
teamed up.
Oh,
with
there
the
we go.
They teamed up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Punisher,
remember that
Surprise
one.
me.
Teen Titans, Barack Obama of all people,
Uh-huh.
Kiss, George Takei, not even a Star Trek thing, literally just George Takei himself.
Just by himself. Yep, he has become a character in
yeah.
himself.
Glee, The Predator, and
Yep.
oh, you gotta be fucking kidding!
Sharknado.
Yes, Sharknado.
I saw the covers for that.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Like,
It's
Archie,
called
Archie,
memorabilia
are you good?
and marketing.
are you good? Do you,
But-
are there any problems?
I was about to say,
you
like-
could argue that after what happened to Sonic, yes, there are problems.
Well, Sonic's his own. Well, Archie Sonic's his own different can of worms. But just going back to like Archie crossovers, something that I remember Danny bringing up, and it's kind of surprising. It's like I'm legit surprised that Archie and Scooby-Doo have never crossed over before, considering that it looks like those two would work feasibly well together.
Don't give
Yeah.
Riverdale any ideas.
I mean, actually, it is funny considering Scooby-Doo has teamed up with Josie and the Pussycats once.
Well, to be fair, Josie.
and
Actually, yeah, that does. Yeah, no.
I
that
did
is
still,
true.
I did still like the Scooby-Doo Supernatural crossover.
Oh yeah, that one was fun.
Honestly,
Son
I still,
of a bitch.
I still love the Scooby-Doo Batman. I love the, hey, it's Velma. How would you get this number? I hacked your utility belt and found it.
I still need to see Scooby-Doo meets Brave and the Bold.
That movie's not bad.
Yes.
Like, I would say that its opening bits are a little on the shallow side, but once things start to pick up, they really do pick up, especially when Harvey Bullock enters the scene.
Well, I
Yeah.
also say that just in a matter of like, I don't know about a lot of people, but I kind of miss Brave and the Bold.
Me too.
Brave and the
So-
Bold is fun. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I do like that they brought back Judric Bader as Batman for the Harley Quinn show at least. He was a
Oh
really
yeah,
good-
Diedrich's a really, Diedrich's a really, he's definitely one of my top 5.
So, another thing that was on my mind the other day, because I decided to finally watch it, was I decided to watch that Ratchet and Clank show pilot.
Oh, the
thing.
pilot, yeah, Life of Pi.
And I'm still not against it. I don't think it's as obnoxious as people were telling me it was going to be. It was.
Well, keep in mind,
More
like, I
so-
only say that because I'm one of those people that, like, I like how it's suddenly an unpopular opinion. I'm one of those people that
Not an
really
unpopular
didn't like
opinion,
how
just
Ratchet. Excuse
Go
me.
ahead. I wasn't saying it was an unpopular opinion. I just did not see it as much as others did. And oh wait, it's a memory game.
Who's ready to play around with the game's internal sound effects?
Oh, lovely.
Let's see what happens.
Hey, as long as it is not a fucking tile-moving game, I am fine.
Yeah, we have to find them and match them. But anyway, so all we do this sound puzzle. Back to you, Hype.
So yeah, we got around to watching the pilot for the, I guess it is an actual thing now, the Ratchet and Clank series that's going to be coming back soon. Oddly enough, made by the same studios that made the Ratchet and Clank movie. And it's kind of funny, like, I guess they took the criticism people had with how Ratchet and Clank were in the movie and decided to rectify it for the TV show. And while I admire them taking the feedback and fixing things, I feel like in the case of Ratchet in particular, they kind of took it a step too far, because not since the original Ratchet 1 have I seen a Ratchet this obnoxious.
Well, definitely obnoxious and like upset when he doesn't get his way at Clank. And maybe that's something they'll work on. Trying to
Does
think.
James
I mean,
Earl Taylor still voice
Oh
it?
yeah, Jade,
Yeah.
all the same actors are back.
yep, pretty much, including the actor of Zed from.
Again,
The movie,
not
even,
big,
I think.
I will say I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but it did have one of my favorite jokes in like anything. That's the whole like freeze. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, like Quark himself is just an absolute gem. Like honestly, like the quality of that movie notwithstanding, he was still a wonderful thing in that movie.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm a man, idiot.
I thought I could hop on the llama.
I know, and just ride him away into the sunset.
But yeah, like honestly, like Logan brought up the fact that they're using Sid instead of Lawrence. It really does feel like the show is kind of a somewhat continuation of the movie, considering like some of the characters that it uses.
And they even have a throwaway line where they mention that in this universe, Nefarious was the inventor of the deplanetizer.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's definitely
it's
definitely movie canon.
So, yeah. Honestly, yeah. The only problem I have with the movie is that I do like that Nefarious is in it. I didn't like that they just decided to go, let's make him the main villain as opposed to, you know, the actual main
I can
villain.
understand that.
I will say that it's definitely not a Bowser thing, because I know I've heard people make the complaint of why is Bowser always a villain, but I think Bowser just sells it. Same with Eggman at times, but it's like, oh, here we go. It's, I definitely understand the, not outcry, but the reasoning for why you would not, why Ratchet and Clank should remember that they're an entire universe, and a universe can have surprisingly more than one villain. But at the same time, they're going with, I think, what works, and by God, does that actor for Nefarious just freaking tear up.
Oh yeah, he really does. And honestly, like, I feel like I also understand why they would focus more on Nefarious than Drek, because honestly, not for nothing. I was about to say, because like, not for nothing. I was about to say, like, not for nothing. I love Kevin Michael Richardson. He's one of my favorite voice actors. But if you got rid of his like wonderfully devious performance, what would you say? Drek in the first Ratchet and Clank wasn't really that compelling of a villain.
Yeah, honestly, here's the thing.
Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on, crap. What are we doing here, James?
Feed the snakes so they can keep spinning the turtles. If any of them tip, it's game over.
Oh, jeez. Okay, back to you, Matt.
By the way, don't get me wrong. I actually didn't mind Paul Giamatti as the villain. It's the fact of, one, they didn't make him as menacing, and two, you could tell the reason why they didn't make him as menacing was because, well, we gotta make Nefarious the secret main villain. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but at the same time, it really is just like, I feel like that it's kind of like a doomed regardless thing, because like I mentioned before, like, I appreciate Paul for doing his own thing with Drek, but I feel like even then, Drek still wasn't really that interesting of a villain regardless, so I guess they probably focused on Nefarious, since he definitely has more of a presence among himself.
Yeah.
I do like how they gave Nefarious a human design, though. Like, it was a really nice design.
Oh yeah, like it definitely, and actually isn't, and I do like how faithful it is from the flashbacks in 3.
But, yeah. Apart from that, I saw it, and it could be the start of something. Are there any video game, television things that you're interested in seeing, James?
Dead offhand, I can't think of anything.
Rest in peace, Sly Cooper.
Yeah, are they never gonna bring the Sly Cooper thing, like, period? Is that just...
I feel like that ship's long been sunk.
And it's a shame, because
I
they
hate
would
the lack
work
of
perfectly in a
communication.
I was about to say, it's a shame, because they would work perfectly in a TV format.
They would.
Honestly,
Just stealing the thing every year. Go ahead.
because I've been getting into it, one thing I actually do think would also be a very good, like, for a TV format better than a movie format, because they tried twice with movies and fucking failed both times. Oh,
What the heck was that?
You say get out?
Oh, that was the clump that died.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
jeez.
Now, don't mind me as I try to squash this bug.
Okay.
it's Mario
yeah.
Paint!
Yep.
But no, the one thing I'll say is, one series I think would actually be, like, good for a show, that movie is...
What a challenge.
...is Hitman.
Hitman
would
could
say
work.
so.
Did they ever confirm if they're gonna do anything new for Witcher?
Yes, they are filming season 2, actually, right now. And also, I don't count that as a video game show.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
fair.
that all reliable.
And then run. He's like,
Yeah. I don't... But yeah, I don't count Witcher as a video game show because it does follow the books more than the game.
Okay, I guess I'll have to Google now and do my research and shit.
Also-
Okay, video game, TV show. Go ahead.
Looking forward to the next Castlevania season.
That's true.
I'm just hope to God that they tone it down a little bit on the nihilism.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
smidge. Like, have fun. You're a fun, quirky show again, and
I mean, it's a matter of the fact that, like, I understand that it kind of does make sense within the context of the show. It's just that after season 3, I kind of want to see the heroes actually have a happy ending for once.
Also, they're making a cyberpunk anime, though I'm hoping that'll still be a thing.
Only time will tell. On that note, our duties with Jungle Japes and Angry Aztec are unfortunately done, so it's about high time we actually, give that key to K. Lumsey after... Actually, no, wait. I forgot. Now that we have Lanky's Grape Shooter, if we go behind the K. Lumsey Island...
there is another DK Island banana for us.
Yep. I think there's one of these for every calm.
Just a simple, just a little simple one to reward exploration. It's not
A
as,
freebie.
I don't think DK Island is as fun a hub to explore as, say, Grunty's Castle or the Isle of Hags, but they do what they can with the space.
Yeah, it's...
It's just such a silly folk.
By the way, another... I know you talked about shows. A couple movies I'm looking forward to is the Mortal Kombat movie. I think that looks... At least it's going to be decently fun. That's one thing you can definitely say.
Actually, speaking of movies, I guess there's one thing I am looking forward to, the upcoming Sonic 2.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Sonic
like,
movie 2 would be fun.
I definitely want to see how that turns out.
Apparently, at a Sony Pictures, convention or whatever, they're getting the guy who worked on Zombieland and Deadpool. They're getting the guys who worked
Actually-
on Deadpool to do. Hang on, they're getting the main writers of Deadpool 1 and 2 to work on a Twisted Metal series.
Oh, that I could see working pretty fun.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, before I forget, now that we've given K. Lumsey the second key, we actually have access to 2 new areas now, and if you go into the one under the water, I feel very fucking sorry for you.
Do not go there next.
By the way...
Do not go there next. Go away. Actually, now's about high time we actually checked out Kurul's personal island thing.
Yeah.
By the way-
his fortress.
Speaking of monkeys, the person who directed the Kong Skull Island, he's going to be making a Metal Gear Solid movie.
Oh, I heard about
yeah.
that. The
with
one with
Poe
Oscar Isaac as Snake.
Dameron's actor. Yeah.
But wait a
Oscar
minute.
Isaac.
Wait a second. How do you make a movie out of something that's already a movie?
Ba-dum-bum.
It's
But no,
gonna. It's definitely less of a movie. It's definitely less of a movie than Naughty Dog's other properties.
True.
Wait,
better
no,
choice.
sorry. I was thinking of the Uncharted movie. Metal Gear Solid, though, the first Metal Gear Solid wasn't that much of a movie, though. It was
Oh no, it was half and half.
Interesting enough, it looks like the movie is going to be kind of a combination of the very first Metal Gear and Solid. So it's an interesting take, and I'm looking forward to it. And also, mentioned Uncharted.
Our brains will be shattered if they do a movie adaptation of Sons of Liberty.
Oh God.
we'll be
Honestly,
there
no.
first.
I actually like Sons of Liberty. So
Oops.
yeah.
I'm not saying. Hey, to be fair, it's honestly a game. It's a game plot that gets better over
that's
time,
good.
just because shit, this really does hit close to home.
Yeah. Also, goodness me, don't scare me like that. There, another DK Island banana for us.
Yep. Say whatever you will, ladies and gentlemen, but that is a jingle I will never get tired of.
Oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
another TV show. They announced a Last of Us TV show.
Oh, lovely.
Which honestly,
I
to be
mean-
fair, we already have it. It's called The Walking Dead.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna make a joke about we're making a Last of Us movie. The joke is we already have that. It's called The Last
The
of
Last
Us.
of Us.
Well,
No,
we ain't got nothing to do here yet.
The
Not
only
yet.
The only thing that does interest me, at least, is Pablo Blatt, the actor for The Mandalorian. Pablo Pascal, I believe.
He's gonna be Joel.
Pedro Pascal. Yes, he's going to be Joel.
Oh,
Interesting.
All right, but yeah,
I can see my house from here.
that is your
Oh.
house, DK. Oh.
You want to know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just real quick before we end off, while we're talking about movies, I will say one movie that I'm gonna be really interested to see, just like, so, at the time of us recording this, Martinet made a post talking about how, like, he wasn't approached to voice Mario for the movie, and if that's the case, and I know I made this joke before, but it still stands repeating, I feel really bad for who's gonna end up voicing Mario in that movie, because he's gonna be hounded by the fan base.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, the actor for Sonic in the movie wasn't hounded.
Well, no, he wasn't, but that's because that was kind of at a point where people... Well, the Sonic fan base is just its own thing in general, so I don't really take that too
That's
seriously.
fair. However, I will say Ben Schwartz, in my opinion, best Sonic.
He's definitely tied with Roger for being one of my favorites.
If I didn't already have him as Huey, or not Huey, Dewey Duck in my mind, I would agree.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Otherwise, it's just the same voice he does with the characters that are blue.
Actually, to be fair, Ben Schwartz is going to be on the MODOK animated show, and no joke, they gave him a blue sweater in that show specifically to reference the fact how many blue characters he voices.
Very cheeky.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we approach our next area of the DK Isles, now in the Kremlin hideout, Frantic Factory.
Take care.
And who's looking forward to the Mega Man movie starring Ben Schwartz as Mega Man?
Don't joke, they do it.